Hello, dearies. This is Tamika. How are we doing? I hope you're all doing well this Saturday evening, I suppose. Yes, it would be the evening. Hi. We're gonna get a little quick reading in. I actually just turned on the video, so nothing there's nothing that is planned. Typically isn't. Those clue cards fell. Well, I have a bunch of cards just stashed all over the place. Some aren't oracle or tarot, but just cards that maybe I can use to interpret things. So one of the clue cards had fell. So I brought those out, but I don't know how I would be using them. Maybe we'll do some true crime cards, because the clue cards are about, mystery, crime. Oh, I don't really like taking. We'll take that one and just look at these two. Inner overwhelm and quiet depths. So we have sensory overload, hyper awareness, feeling bombarded, mental noise. Someone can't turn off their brain. They can't turn off their thoughts. Something is going on. This could involve 3 people. There are 3 women sitting right next to each other with quiet depths, quiet introspection, stillness, hidden depths, gentle awareness, an inner mystery, peaceful observation, truths and unseen energies. All these people, like, they're wearing glasses. So, they say the eyes are the windows to the soul. So it's something about themselves that these 3 people are trying to keep covered. Something about their soul or something they did in this body. Your soul is associated with this consciousness, this lifetime. So something that was done in this lifetime could be significant. Someone with short, dark hair could be significant, or someone who wears their hair in a part in the middle and like back in a ponytail. Someone could wear glasses. This looks like an area where 3 people would, I don't know, they look very attentive to whatever it is they're looking at. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whew, thank you. The name Melissa or Morgan could be significant. Do you still love me? Hold on a minute. I gotta blow my nose. Sorry about that. I'm back. All right. Put these over to the side. So, honorable mention. So, 3 people in some type of inner overwhelm, sensory overload over something that they're seeing, something that they are. It almost looks like having like RV glasses on, and you're seeing this like virtual reality. So whatever reality that is being shown to them is something that is causing this it gives like very robotic energy, going through the motions, doing things because you have to. Almost, I don't know. It gives Stepford wife type energy. So, like, these people could be congregating with each other at a job. When this could be some type of job where they do customer type of service, or they are behind a computer. They push paperwork, data entry, speaking to people on the phone. This could also be, it makes me think of church, sitting in a pew. If that's the case, this could be like some type of occultish like energy, where almost like being brainwashed could be significant. It doesn't have to be a church, but it does give a brainwash type of energy, just following without thought. Maybe that's que te no fita. Maybe, in that, is it the Stepford Wives, or what is that, the one where they were in the plant pods? That was back in the day, like the 70s or the 80s. Was that? I can't. Was that Stepford Wives, the original? But it's like when someone is starting to come out of that trance and they're starting to wake up and they're kind of like unclear about what the hell has been going on. It gives that gives this energy. Oh, look, yeah. Threadbare self, depletion, worn thin, frayed vitality, disconnect. Oh shit. Stretched capacity, maintaining form, needing restoration, inner nourishment. It's like waking up from the matrix, so to say, if I'm going to, waking up from a dream, waking up from a delusion, waking up from something that you were in that was your reality at that moment, but it wouldn't have been a reality that you chose had you really been, I don't know, well informed. I don't know. But this quiet depths with the quiet introspection, this energy, these three people are looking this way. And something that is depleting, something that is worn thin, something that they want to disconnect from, or they feel disconnected from. The name Mickey could be significant. Howard could be significant. 2006 could be significant. Baby, be mine. So these three people are looking this way. What they're looking at would be like feminine energy, masculine energy. The doing energy, the more stillness, the more receiving, makes me think of thinking. So these people in quiet retrospection, each of them thinking to themselves about this here. Oh my God, I'm gonna sneeze again. Hold on. Sorry. All right, I'm back. I guess we're gonna keep these because it seems like they go together. So, the feminine thinking, receiving, the masculine doing, being assertive. So this is in the what's happening in the action. This is seeing something with these yo tô tendo que with the glasses on, the RV glasses, and get on the folder. It's like seeing too much, or whatever you're seeing is very bothersome. Almost like I don't want to see anymore. Or maybe someone is turning their back to watching, to looking. It would it would be like it would be like knowing that your person is cheating on you. And you don't have any intention of staying, but you still want to know what it is they're doing. So you go in search of things that you do find, hoping that you don't find. I guess maybe depending on, maybe you like a little pain and pleasure. Que no feta. Yes, no feta. There is this type of sympathy that one would feel from being in a victim type mentality. So having this information, although it hurts you, puts you in a, oh, why would you do this to me? Like you can use that. And maybe that's the energy that someone is familiar with, so they bring it to them in their relationships. That's that they could end up in those type of toxic relationships as a pattern of their love life. I don't know. But these people don't want to see something, but they're looking. So it's like the melting down of that energy. they're looking now. This quiet introspection. When you're doing quiet introspection, that means you're not asking other people's opinions. You're not thinking about what Sally wants or Jennifer wants or Todd or Bridget or Thomas. You don't care what any of those people think or what they want. Quiet introspection is you're thinking about self. You're thinking in terms of the spirit, the God within you. Listening to your intuition, listening to your body, listening to the feelings you feel when certain things are said or where certain people come around or when you're put in certain situations. How does that make you feel? You don't feel that tense and anxious and afraid? You shouldn't feel that off the cuff. Those are signs of something that is not quite right or not quite right for you. But now there's this thinking of wanting to disconnect from something, wanting to restore something, maybe make something better. And there's this says filtering stimuli. That's almost that energy of like taking what resonates and leaving the rest. Don't take everything on if it's not yours, especially if it's something that you're reading. People are speaking from their own point of view. They're speaking from, especially like if you do something like what I do, you're speaking for more than one person. The energy you're feeling is not just yours, Susie. Some of that also belongs to this person over here and these 12 people over here, or however it works out. There are so many people in the world. Although we're individuals, there are really big. Right now, there's so much going on in terms of karmic energy. I've been feeling so much energy in terms of a lot of pain and a lot of wishing I could have done something different. The name Allison or Williams could be significant. Just call my name and I'll come running. That could be significant for someone. Oh, that wind just picked up outside. The pine tree is blowing. So what are we doing now? Okay. Just call my name and I'll come running. Let's see what these cards have to give us. Something could be significant about the color pink, like a fuchsia color. It makes me think of I don't know. The pink and orange. Pink and orange. What does that remind me of? I don't know. It feels very familiar. Something about being in a situation or talking to someone and this feeling of remembrance comes over you, but you can't pinpoint it. It would be like seeing someone and saying like, I know you from somewhere. Is it such and such? Do you know such and such? Are you with such and such? And this person's like, no. But you know for damn sure that this person is so familiar to you. And you can't for the life of you remember what it is. I want to say this pink and fuchsia had to do with an outfit. But why is that significant? Maybe something, I don't think it had to do with Easter, because I wasn't really big on Easter like that, even after I moved out of my parents' house. I mean, well, even when I lived with my parents. When I had to go, if I was forced to, I did. But if I wasn't, if I had a choice, I didn't. For the most part, because sometimes I would. Belief systems, facade, conditioning, expectations, conformity, evaluating long-held beliefs, awakening. In the feminine energy, the receiving and the thinking. And there are two images in these cards, and they're both looking towards the water, looking towards their emotions, maybe looking towards compassion. Someone coming into some type of ego death where there is this energy of becoming que no sea the softer. Que se no sea tan tierra. It feels like being so stern and so hard when it comes to a certain belief or maybe a certain feeling, that there's like no compassion for something. You don't have to agree with anything at all. Someone could, and I don't know everyone's circumstances. I can only speak to some of the things that I've been through. So some people may have been through things that were a lot more taxing on them mentally, physically, emotionally. So I can't speak to and tell you how to feel or what to do in your situation. I can only speak from my own experience. So it's not accepting someone's actions. It's not accepting that that they hurt you, or that, like, it's okay, don't worry about it. But when you can look into someone else's, if you can step into their shoes and just understand why something would happen. It just gives you a little bit of compassion to, damn, it's fucked up that you had to go through that as a child. The other side of the coin to that is, although we've gone through so much shit in our life, it's still up to us and our responsibility to heal from that. To not subject that energy onto others. To not, what is that? The victim becomes the predator. So, what do we have at the bottom? Fate, Wheel of Fortune, karma, cycles, divine intervention, divine detours. So something about these three people that they're hearing that's changing their belief system is being changed. This awakening is taking place because of this karma. Seeing the error of one's ways. Fate, to me, it deals with your choices. So because you've made these choices, this is what's fated to happen. So these belief systems could be, how can I change the choices? Like, what do I do to adjust the way that I see things so the choices that I make are different? I don't do the same things. I don't, move in the same patterns. The same patterns that get me the same results. Truth. Expression, new perspectives, seeing the truth, clear action, honesty, communication with oneself. And look, there are three people up here, but there's only one person in the truth card, which means each of these individual people are coming to grips with their own truth, their own reality. And que don't feel that, like, when three people are watching or listening, let's say listening to a song, for instance, those three people could have three different perspectives of those songs, depending upon their own experiences and the things that they've gone through, the way that they feel about certain things. Now, these three people could share some things in common, but this person is individual in this card, an individual of the three. So this person is still seeing something from their own perspective, their own eyes. And whatever it is that they're seeing, they don't feel that it's affecting them all in a different way. Ace of Fire, passion, new starts, attraction, creation, desire, new venture or job, or taking action. The truth has someone taking action. That action at the present is a passive action because now this is just a thinking. But in the thinking process, at least there's this acknowledgement that something isn't right. And in that acknowledgement and in that quiet introspection comes the action. How do you apply this information with filtering stimuli? Not accepting everything because it's not all for you. Just take what resonates with you. One more card. The numbers 6304, 630, 6350, 6334, 94, 9470, 111, and 323 could be significant. The name Michael or Jackson could be significant. Jermaine, Janet, Latoya, Marlon. I don't know who else. I can't think. Janet, Reedy, Joe, Catherine, Kathy, Joseph. Sorry. Oh, I love this freaking energy. Hold on. I gotta blow my nose. But the card we have is forgiveness. Bottom card is union. Oh, hold on. Oh my God. I almost pressed the record button, which would have stopped the video. That would have been tragic. Because this is dope energy. Because what this filtering, this stimuli, is grounding next to filtering stimuli. So this is someone with a grounding energy with the root chakra. To me, is the Kedofira. This here would have been someone who went through a tower moment. And their foundation was faulty. Their belief system was faulty. What they were building upon was going to crumble because there was no stability in it. Kedofira. And that's in, even with these people not wanting to even show you their soul. This could also be people protecting their soul as well. But I feel like this is the energy of shameless secrets, of shameful secrets. Maybe the energy of embarrassment. Because the truth will hurt. And depending on your truth, I don't feel that the next song coming on is How Can I Ease the Pain with Lisa Fisher. How can I end the pain? That's what these people are thinking about. The pain could get on feel that it's feeling like someone feels like they need to get something off their chest. They need to apologize. They feel guilty. They want to speak from their heart. Compassion, emotional, and confession. Whatever it is that they're seeing through these virtual reality glasses, these glasses, I don't know, maybe it's like this virtual reality set gives them a broader view, like a paramat, you know, with the photos that are long, paramat, whatever, you know what the hell I'm talking about. But it gives a wider view than these glasses, which gives you a more narrow point of view. You have to actually turn your head to see what is going on. Well, this is like broadens it out for you. So, although this energy in the action is like towards these people's back, get on feel that sorry. It seems like I can't speak. Although this energy is like behind them, it can feel that it's like they are processing information. But this information is telling them, I owe someone an apology. And that is confirmed with union at the bottom, soulmate energy, a decision, a proposal, integration of yin and yang energies. These are people who are coming into balance, coming into acknowledgement of the fact that they may have done something that was fucked up to somebody. And it's like having to come to terms with your shadow, being faced. Okay, don't feel that. It would be like going to the freaking pearly gates. Whoever's holding that book with everything you've done in the past, things that you didn't think were such a big deal are there, things that you didn't even know were a crime or a sin are there. Like, this book would be so filled up with shit, you'd be like, oh shit, shit you didn't even remember that you did. Look at the goddamn ice cream truck. That shit is loud as hell too. Oh my god. Hold on a minute. I didn't even have to pause it. He started moving away as soon as I was like, hold on. Get that fica. The name of this Lisa Fisher album with How Can I Ease the Pain is called So Intense. So there could be something going on with these three people that is, oh my god, very painful. Very painful. And what intense is like, almost an emotion where someone can't sustain some type of energy. And with belief systems here, in terms of one's tower moment coming, this is like your whole world being shattered by an idea that you thought was true, and you built so many things upon that idea. And now you find out that that's a lie. Que no feel that. It would be like your mom saying that your dad was a no good, dirty, dastardly bastard, and he didn't do anything for you, and he never wanted to be around. And as soon as he found out she was pregnant, he just up and left. And she never told him, or she told him not to be involved. She would intercept letters and they came to the house. So then you grow up and you think that, this man did you dirty. He didn't want to be in your life. You may even grow up with a disdain for fathers, or particular fathers, or maybe even the way you react or structure your relationships could be based on that. And then you find out that that's not the truth, that this man never knew that you existed, or that he did know and he tried everything he could to be in your life, and she made it very difficult for that to happen. You may think of him differently, and you may also think of her differently. That's like a shock to one's belief system. And that's what a soulmate. So these three people here, realize the error of their ways. And union doesn't mean reconciliation. Forgiveness, this apology doesn't mean reconciliation. But I think that it means that these individuals recognize someone as their soulmate, not someone that they should have been going against. And behind that energy, we have karma, balance, weighing things out, cause and effect, choices. Want to make things right. Así que tengo fiesta. Ashe. With control, sabotage. Someone may feel like they sabotaged the relationship with you. Mood swings, trust issues, manipulation, and patterns. It feels like wanting to stop these patterns. Karma is here to stop the patterns. I'd like to say that, feel that these people are coming upon, I am the type of person that needs to learn my lessons the hard way. And that's because a lot of times I want to do what I want to do. And typically, though, those things hurt myself. They could in turn hurt others around me, especially if something that I do affects my health in a negative way. Then I can't do the things or take care of the things that I need to in terms of my family. So, there's all of that. Oh my God. That water went down the wrong. That water went down the wrong way. Somebody could be choking on their words. choking on something that they said. An unexpected storm is significant destruction, conflict, an unforeseen change, sudden news. Sudden news. Oh my God. So, all right, we're at 30:09. I think this is like enough information. I don't know if it's necessary to, I guess, do you want to get a feel that, is it necessary to know what these people did? No, I don't think that's important. The most important thing is that they are getting a feel in this healing energy. I'll do another reading with the crime stuff because I do want to use the clue cards. I just don't feel like this is the reading for them. All right. We'll get 3 of these and then maybe we'll use the dice and call it a day. Image. I'm comfortable in my own skin even if others can't accept me. The truth. Truth about oneself. And look at all the things that are written all over her. Almost like when I said going to the pearly gates. This would be all the things that you've done written all over you. And not only are they just not written on you, but say they're tattooed on you. Say this is like one of those karmic movie punishment things. And you have to wake up with everything you've ever done to someone tattooed all over your body. And you had to wear clothes in such a way that those dastardly deeds were out and exposed for everyone to read. This is someone who's like, yeah, I fucked up, but I don't have to be my choices. I don't have to be the decisions I've made in the past. I can make different choices. I can make different decisions. And this energy here is a step in the right direction. Body talk, I am a goddess. Speaking positively about oneself. Yeah, again, you made some fucked up choices. We all make fucked up choices. And again, depending on where we are and how we respond to our triggers and the things that are mirrored back to us, those pains, those traumas, we may make choices that are more detrimental than others. But again, you don't have to live in that energy. Waiting. Rather than waiting on another to change, I make the changes within myself so that I may have these things reflected back to me. So you make these choices, and then what happens is you start to surround yourself with people who are in your same energy or your same vibration. Shining signs from above. I know that my angels and guides are assisting me. So you're not in this on your own. It's not going to be easy, and I'm not going to lie and say that it is. But you have to have unwavering faith. The universe is taking care of the details. So you take that step, you do your part, and not that you just sit around, but know that you are supported. You're not out here on your own, although it may feel like it in some instances. And just because you want to apologize, you should also be ready for someone who may not be ready to accept what you have to say. We will hope that maybe this person would just hear you out and let you go about your way. I don't think it's necessary to make someone feel like shit when they are sincerely, coming to self, coming home. You don't feel that. So maybe someone may not be ready to have that conversation with you. You have to be ready for that as well. You have to also understand that sometimes we don't get the closure that we are seeking or we would like or we want. You don't feel though. We don't actually need the closure. Working on yourself, you don't feel that helps bring about the closure. Goodbye love. Oh, goodbye love with God. You may have to realize that this is the end of this connection or the end of this relationship. Universe, I trust in the laws of karma to balance out the scales of any injustice. That's what's going on here right now. And with the unwavering faith, to me, it's like you walking around with this scarlet letter. So this could be like a lot of people knowing what is going on. There's some type of, something is being spoken about all these things. And, the unwavering faith comes in that, all right, this shit is tough as shit. I don't know if I could. It's a lot. It makes me think of the Game of Thrones where I don't know what her name was. The queen. She had to walk down the walk of shame, and people were throwing fruit and shit at her. That's what is. I think it feels like figuratively. It could be eyes and stares. Could be significant. That could be also why someone would walk around with glasses, or have their back. It would be like going to church still, but walking in and sitting in the last pew. And maybe even going in once everyone has gone in. You go in like afterwards, right before they like close the doors or something so people don't look. But people do see. But it's still understanding that this is happening. What is that? What do they say? This is happening for you and not to you. Because it's ultimately there to teach you a lesson. Some of our lessons are harder to learn because sometimes we're hard-headed. Que no fierda, I know. Que cierto no fierda. One more card. Hoping, wishing, praying. Invasion. I respect your privacy as you continue to grow on your journey. Invasion. There could be someone who's like wants to be in the business. Like invasion to me is someone who is trying really hard to get information from you. It could also be that this waiting in the invasion where you may want to go and apologize to someone and seek some type of forgiveness or tell them about, how you feeling about what you did or how you made them feel. And this waiting could be that this person feels like your presence is an invasion. They don't trust your energy. They don't want to be... They don't want to be intermingle with your energy. They don't want to have to sage. They don't want to have to... None of that. So, again, you have to be willing to accept that some people don't want to talk. And mistaken. It is okay to be wrong and accept that you will make mistakes. It is a part of the human experience. So accept these flaws with ease. Again, fierda no fierda is a part of the lesson. I cannot see. Esto no todo rosito no charas. Se te no quite. Pequeños notes ciertas. Penetro for no cierto no conte no cierta. Sometimes I'm just sitting and so I don't know specifically with my language. I can't tell you exactly what I'm saying, but I can tell you the feelings behind what is coming out. And there's a great many times where I'm sitting and the conversation I feel like I'm having is with an older woman who may be like Italian or something. I know she has white hair and she has a bun. And she looks like she could be a little, not like big, but a little fluffier. Like her face is a little rounder. And she seems short. And she could be real cute and but then she could be like, oh, no se te no quiera tierras. And I'm like, what? But I was talking, like sometimes I just sit and I'm thinking about some stuff and I'll just start talking and I feel like I'm supposed to receive something from that. I don't know why I shared that with you. So we have number 10 falling on this quiet depth. Number 10 on our divining dice is, stop it. Number 10 is lantern, hermit energy. Look within, time alone. Que na fiesta. Maybe it's this one person that is really starting to, progress above the other two. It could be the case. So the energy associated with this quiet depth is Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces, Libra, and Aquarius. This energy surrounded the image with this makes me think of the walk of shame. We have Libra, Capricorn, Taurus, Pisces, Aquarius, and Gemini. And around this apology energy, we have Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Pisces, and Capricorn. All right. So those signs are significant to that energy. It could be you, it could be them. What else do we have? All right, so number 1 here with the image, with the walk of shame, we have bird, innocence, and new beginning. And in this energy here, with the queen, she having to walk naked through the streets, the valleys, the peaks, whatever. But this here, it's like it's going to rebirth you. Whatever this, you don't feel that whenever there's an ending, a shedding of anything, there's the opportunity of a new beginning. Being able to rewrite your story. Being able to make different choices. Being able to do things that put you in a higher vibration, a higher, you don't feel the self-love. You don't feel the, you loving on yourself. It's like it starts within and then it radiates itself out. You know how they say like you have dry skin and your hair is brittle. Maybe you don't drink enough water, you don't take enough vitamins. It starts from within. And when you start doing those things, the outside starts to become healthier. They start to progress. That's what that is. Okay. So on the quiet depth energy, the introspection, we have Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, Gemini, and Aquarius. With this apology, more closer to someone who wants to. I think there's some people who want to apologize because they did, I fucked up, whatever. Maybe you're not as close to them as you were to these people here, because it seems like these people are seeking your forgiveness. It makes me feel like, in the Asian culture, that if you disrespect or you do something to someone that they find disrespectful, then the apology, I believe, is like you're on your knees and you're at the lowest parts of yourself. That's what this energy is. People who want to seek forgiveness from you. And that energy is Virgo, Aries, Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, and Aquarius. It could also be that these people feel very low in terms of what it is that, like whatever it is they're hearing with this overwhelm energy is making them feel so weak. And it makes me think of SWV with weak in the knees, but it's not in a good way. It's not in a good way. And with this apology and the waiting, I guess this is someone who's willing to wait until, you're ready. to accept this apology, or at the very least talk to them. We have Aries, Leo, Capricorn, Libra, Pisces, and Taurus energy. So we'll do one more, and then we're out. Audi 500. Yes. 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 And look, the die fell on this image card. We have number 8 with go forth, proceed, and luck. Que no fita. Que no see it, like your image may take a hit because of this, but you don't have to, that doesn't have to be your story. It doesn't have to be the end of the story or the end of who you are. You can rebirth yourself or reinvent yourself at any given moment. And especially when it's coming from a place of honesty and authenticity. So yeah, number 8. Over here with this image energy, this is the walk of shame. We have Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, Sagittarius, and Capricorn and Libra. With this, you want me just as much as I want you. Melissa Morgan could be significant. So with this inner overwhelm, this is someone who's listening or hearing something that you're saying, seeing something that you're saying. This is an Aquarius, Scorpio, Sag, Libra, Capricorn, and Pisces. This energy is the grounding energy and the intensity. Oh shit, intensity, so intense. So whatever this information is affecting these people in an intense way. Is that all of them? Do me, baby, like you've never done before. Someone may want to come and have like makeup sex, or the way you interact in terms of how you solve problems in your relationships. And your relationship deals with the wand. It deals with sex. You heal yourselves with sex. All right, that's all I got. I hope that this is helpful. I love you so very much. I'll do another reading a little later with the other cards. It'll be more like a crime reading, I guess. I'll talk to you lovelies later. I was going to say ladies. I'll talk to you lovelies later. Have an awesome day. Thank you for the subscribes, the shares, the likes, the comments, all the good jazz. Have an awesome day. Bye.